Monday look. Very neutral, very pretty. So let's start off with what we used for the mattes. So I used the Big O palette from Jeffree Star. I started off with the shade Booby Trap. And then went in with Body. So that's the only two shades I actually used out of here. Because I went over to Lime Crime Prelude Chroma and used the shade Genesis on the outer corner with the shade Saturn on the lid, and then Seafoam on the inner corner. So that is eyeballs today. And then put those back in their spots. Lips. Our Dragon Beauty Lip Liner Lip Job. It just says Lip Job Liner, that's it. So I'm guessing that's the name. But look at how much I still have to go. I've been using this for a hot minute. And then I topped that with Juvia's lipstick. It's like semi-matte or matte lipstick. I don't know. It's in the shade Soil. So that's our look today. So let's go to Tuesday's look. All right, this is Wednesday's look. I love it. Very cute. Show you what I used. Eyeballs first. I am also, before I get to eyes, I'm having a love-hate relationship with this foundation. It looks perfect right now, but it oxidized a little bit, which is funny because it didn't do it the other day. And I used the same setting powder as yesterday, and I don't know, so I'm gonna try it with my Too Faced tomorrow. See how that goes. So that's how that went. So eyes here, I used the Blend Bunny Cosmetics Surge palette. I like this better than their Blends palette. I don't know, it's just, I feel like this works better for me than the Blend palette did. I kind of want to pick up her Mermaid palette. I kind of want to pick it up in her highlight palette. Because the highlight palette reminds me of the Glamlight Michaela Part 2 highlighter palette. It reminds me of this beautiful guy. So I only used the mattes out of here. So I started off with the shade Alive, this green. And then on the outer corner, I have the shade Lush. And right above is the shade Charged. It's beautiful bright pink. But this palette works real well. Love it. And I used Garden of Juvia's for the shimmers, because I love this palette for shimmers. I could do without the mattes in here, so I keep this solely for the shimmers. Well, the mattes are okay. I'll probably use the mattes with like a different palette. Like I could pair this with the Big O palette and be fine. Because the mattes, the shimmer ratio, so I could do like a dark brown nude. Put like this over it, you know what I mean? Okay, shimmers here. I have the shade Blooming all over the lid. And in the inner corner is the shade Flower Petals. That's the inner corner highlight. So that's what I did for eyes today. Okay, and lips. This gorgeous nude is the NYX Shine Loud Global Citizen lipstick. I love it. You gotta wait 90 seconds for the side to dry, then apply the gloss, and you're good to go. No transfer. That is my look for today. No Tuesday look. Things happened. Okay, so maintenance came over, replaced some curtains, and then I went to bed and then decided to sleep extra 3 minutes, so nothing got done. Okay, to Thursday's look. Alright, this is our Thursday look. Very pink. Ignore my hair. That's a pre-gym, after gym work. So, show you what's on the eyes. Get my lip out. I started off with the Glam Light Ice Cream Palette. I discovered why I don't use this palette that often. It's because for me, this is a pairing palette. Makes sense. Now I know how to get use out of it. So I started off with the shade Black Cherry in our crease. And then went above it with the shade Mochi. And that's all I used from this palette. I think. No, it's not. It is not. So I did go over to the Lime Crime Prelude. And this is the shade palette I only used one shade from. And I used the shade Cypress. I like this palette. Really nice. A solid 10 out of 10. Okay, so for shimmers, this is... I used Blueberry Cheesecake Shimmer. And then the inner corner highlight is the shade French Vanilla. I like it. Nice and glittery. Make for a fun look. And then lips is Urban Decay Lip Bond in the shade Textum. I love it. Alright, that's our Thursday look. So let's go to... Oh, because I've been on a no-buy for like 2 months, I think. I made a wee little purchase. And when I mean wee little purchase, I only spent 36 bucks. I got 5 items. So there will be a little Ulta haul coming. Alright, now let's go to Friday's look. Alright, so there's no makeup this Friday. It's very wintry, very cold, very stormy outside, winter storm. So let's go over. I had 5 palettes this week. Loved all 5, and I used all 5. And then, even though I did 3 looks, used them all. Yeah. So we have the Big O palette. Beautiful mattes. This I do recommend from J-Star. This is a good combination. I like it. Garden of Juvia's. I'm not a big fan of the pastel mattes, but I love the shimmers in here, so gorgeous palette. Lime Crime Prelude Chroma. This is Lost. I like it. I used a good majority of the palette. I used 1, 2, well, 3, 4. I used 4 shades out of all of it, 2 out of 8, so not bad. Glam Light Ice Cream Palette. I like this palette, but this is definitely a pairing palette for me. Mainly because like this is like 2 dark shades. This brown could be a dark shade, but I like it. It's more of like a pastel palette. And then you have the Blend Bunny Cosmetics Surge. Ooh. I like this palette. I like it much better than the Blends palette. No, this one I like the mattes better. The shimmers are okay. They're not my favorite shimmer formula. It's not my favorite. But they are pretty and they are wet. If you apply them with your finger, you'll have no problem with them. But picking them up with a brush, it's a little more on the difficult side. But then they're pretty. But that is my palettes of the week. The recap. Tell me, what was your favorite look? What was your favorite palette I used? I like to combine palettes. Sometimes I don't realize that I have palettes that are just for, mixing with other palettes. I don't like them to stand alone, I guess. Let me know. Thank you for watching. See you next one. Bye.